好久不见，我叫 Denise. Long time no see. I'm Denise, the Pharmacist Filmmaker. So today I'm doing a video about why I'm learning Mandarin. Spoiler alert, basically I'm learning because I want to. So I'm just gonna go through a couple of the reasons why I'm learning. Number one reason, and no particular order, it's really alluring because it's difficult. And the possibility that I could master something that a lot of the people in this world think is like one of the hardest languages to learn would be awesome. First of all, like that would be awesome to master something that everybody else thinks is crazy hard. But just for myself, it would show that I had discipline and dedication. So that's part of the allure. Number two reason, and if I'm looking down, it's because I have an outline here that I'm following. China has a really strong economy, and I want to be ready for any opportunity that may come. So let's say, like, who knows? They might be like, we're paying $1 million. We need an American pharmacist. I'm going to be like, it's me. It's me. Everybody else, put your hand down, Steve, Jessica. No, it's me. Because I know Mandarin, and I'm American, and I'm a pharmacist. I'll take that $1 million. Thank you very much. Xie xie. The third reason was the spoiler. Just because I want to. It's always been on my heart. Even when I step away from it, it's still on my heart. I still want to do it. It's in the back of my mind. So I'm trying really to like go with the flow and listen to what, where life is taking me. And I feel like this is one of those important points of my life where I need to tackle this. My fourth reason is because I enjoy Chinese movies and shows, and I want to be able to experience them like right in it without having anything get lost in translation. Like I just want to watch the movie and it's in Mandarin and I'm taking it into my brain as Mandarin and laughing when they make their jokes and crying when, sad things happen, because so much gets lost in translation. I've watched films that were like foreign and then they speak English for a little bit. So in these films, or like it'll be dubbed, actually, this was the last show I was watching. It was a Spanish show. I forget that, Cable Girls, I think, on Netflix. And so they dub it in like a bunch of different languages, meaning like it's originally, I think, done all in Spanish, but then they have actors come in and they'll redo all the dialogue in English. So sometimes like what the actor says, it'll be like, I'm doing good, thank you. And then the subtitles, the English subtitles will be like, I'm all right. like it's okay, but it's not actually what they said. And I don't want, I guess in that instance, it's not really like a big deal, but I don't want it to get lost. I want to know what they said. What did the director try to get across and what did the screenwriter write? That's what I want to know. So for me to know that with Chinese movies, I need to know Mandarin. And I feel like I already enjoy them when there's this barrier of me just reading the English subtitles. So I'm going to enjoy them so much more when I'm just straight up, no barrier, just enjoying it. It was done in Mandarin and I'm taking it in as Mandarin. It's going to be great. And my fifth and last reason why I'm learning Mandarin is because I want to travel to China eventually, and I want to be able to communicate with the people there. It's going to make for such a better trip if I can communicate in their language. So one of the things that I've seen with all the YouTube videos that I'm making, that I'm watching about China, is that because it's so huge, because they have 1 billion people, their tourist marketing, like it doesn't have to be in English. So they can just like totally survive on marketing 100% to other Chinese people. So the signs and everything. Nothing has to be in English. Like, I'm sure there are places where stuff is in English and where there's maybe more foreigners, but a lot of places don't have to have any English and they still will do just fine. We're spoiled, like, as Americans, I think, because around the world, a lot of people speak English in other countries who are not, you know, Americans. And that's awesome and that's lovely. But I know from what it seems like, at least, I haven't been to China. It seems like they don't have to. They don't have to speak English. And there will be many places where they don't at all. The other thing is when learning Mandarin, so what beginners like me, we learn is pinyin, which is the like A, B, C, D, the written letters, the Roman letters, the way we use in English. And it'll be like written like that, so we can just look at it and see and sound it out. And then it'll have a tone mark on it, which will tell you how to inflect your voice so that you're saying the right, you know, you're saying the right thing that you want to say. Because based on how you inflect your voice and what tone you use in Mandarin, you could say different things. So it would be like M-A, and then it'll have a tone on it, and then you need to use that tone. So that's how we learn, and it's sort of like a nice way to learn as somebody coming from speaking English, because it's like, oh, cool, I see those words. I can now figure it out if I learn the rules of how to say things. But in real life, nothing's in pinyin, which is what the MA with the tone on it means. Nothing. Like, it's all in the characters that we all think of when we, you know, think of Chinese. So I don't know those characters yet. Like, that's what the street signs and stuff are in. And again, I'm sure there's stuff in English, but there's a lot of times where it's not, according to what I'm seeing. So I want to make sure that I can communicate and I can, you know, look at street signs and know where I'm going and all that sort of stuff. But so getting back to this trip that I want to do. So in my dream trip to China, I want to go there and I just want to go to a different movie theater every single day and watch a different movie, like a different Chinese movie in Mandarin, whatever's in theaters that they're watching every single day. I want to get a different ticket and go sit in it, love it, hate it, whatever, but just experience what their filmmaking scene is like, what their movie scene is like. That would be completely awesome. So I was researching different movie theaters in China. And when I say China, China's huge. So of course, like, I'm going to have to like bring it on down to the actual point in China, the place that I'd like to, you know, have in this one visit, and then go different places in other visits. But when I was looking at different movie theaters, there's so many. So there's like virtual reality theaters. There's this cool theater that's like plays movies for senior citizens who are blind, and it's like old movies, interesting movies that are like different, and it's in the back of some library somewhere. I want to go there. I want to see that movie there. There's other like historic movie theaters, like the first movie theater in China. I want to go there. Let me watch a movie from there. And then just the everyday, like, where maybe at the mall, like I'll go see a movie at the mall and just chill and enjoy it. But that would be awesome if every day that I'm in China, I go and watch a different movie at a different theater. Mwah. I would love it. Love it, love it, love it. The other thing I want to do when I'm in China, I want to buy a newspaper and I want to read it. So obviously I'd need to learn Mandarin to be able to read their newspaper. But it's interesting because China is a communist country. And so what do their journalists get to talk about, and what makes it into the papers? And I don't know. Do you? Like, let me see. And not like a English translation. Like, no, I want to see it like in Mandarin. What are they talking about? It's like sometimes easy to forget that they're a communist country because China is everywhere, and it sort of seems like it can be very similar to America, but then you hear other things and it's like, no, it's not. So I'd be very interested in reading a newspaper, a Chinese newspaper. Third thing, while I'm on a trip in China. I'm a pharmacist. I want to go to a pharmacy, and I'm an American pharmacist. I want to go to a Chinese pharmacy and see what life is like for a Chinese pharmacist, you know? And I want to ask, like, how much do you make? How long did you study? Do you like your job? What sort of drugs do you dispense often? Like, what's your relationship with doctors? Do you have prescribing rights? Do you want prescribing rights? Like, you know, do you give vaccines to kids? What do you think about vaccines? I want to talk shop with a Chinese pharmacist, and for me to be able to like say more than like, "Wo jiào Denise," like I'm Denise. I need to have that like professional conversation. I need to know Mandarin. So yeah, like my ideal China trip: different movie every day at a different movie theater, buy a newspaper, and visit a pharmacy. Oh, don't forget the food. Gotta enjoy some food. And I would totally like skip all of the main tourist attractions like the Great Wall of China. I'm good. I don't need to see it. I've seen it in pictures. I'm okay. Too many people. I don't even think I'd need to see a panda, honestly, in person. I'm okay. They're cute. I'll see them in pictures. I just want to go to the movies, read a newspaper, and go to a pharmacy and eat as well. Not eat in the pharmacy, eat somewhere else. But yeah, so those are my reasons of why I'm learning Mandarin. Basically, just because I want to. So that's actually all I have to say on that. I hope that you come along on this journey with me towards becoming fluent, conversationally fluent in Mandarin. And yeah, cheer me on. Stay with me. Let's see how this goes. Otherwise, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Zàijiàn.